Today on Breaktime Wang-Pow, we have in the right corner Mr. Andy weighing in at a larger amount than Johnny. And in the left corner we have Johnny weighing in at a taller and lesser amount than Andy. We're here today for a political discussion. After last week, I thought about getting a new co-host, but realized I did not have the power to do so. And so I'm here with Andy again. He's kind of my boss, in a way, this week anyhow, because I've been told that Andy is now the showrunner. And so we're here, we thought we'd talk politics to prove who is the most schooled, educated, and has the best knowledge for what is best for the show.
Well, first of all,
and the planet.
First of all, Johnny.
In the city. In the province. In the country.
Are you done? Okay, Johnny. Well, first of all, yes. So, as Johnny just said, I have all the power.
No, just...
Right? Yeah, so this is power. This is whatever no power is. So, do you want someone who runs your country that's able to gather power and control, or do you want a mess that's, like, where's your suit? For example, I mean,
it's a political debate. Have to do with politics.
Suits have everything to do with politics. This blue suit here says that I'm political. Where's yours? And usually, you got the typical blue versus red. You should be wearing red. Like you're wearing blue too. So what kind of debate is this? Are we both on the blue side? Hey, we're both team blue.
Just because I'm not wearing a suit, Andy, doesn't mean that you can't have a political stance.
Oh, well, show me your political stance.
Do you want me to what do you think, it's a stand?
Like, yeah, show me your stance.
It's not it's a view, it's a point of view on things.
Well, okay. Mr. No Power, show me your political view. What is your political view?
All right, well, let's pick a topic.
Okay, what's the topic?
Let's talk about energy.
Energy. I got lots of energy.
No, I meant like how we power things. Like
power,
oil.
like power punch. Boom.
Would you play video games before you got here today?
Actually, yeah. I love playing video games, first-person shooters mostly. I don't like the RPGs; they take too long.
Yeah, it's great. I always vote for a political leader who sees video games as a great campaign.
But I can relate to society because what's the percentage of people that play video games? And those people that play video games are the future. They're the people that I'm going to be if I get into politics.
Andy,
what?
The percentage of children that play video games is quite high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the percentage of adults is increasing.
I'll admit I play video games.
Video games is a multi-million or even probably billion-dollar industry. Why? Because it's growing. What do you want a government to do? You want it to grow. What do you want a country to do? You want it to grow.
Okay, anyways, we get it about growing and all that sort of thing, but you still haven't answered my question about energy. What's your take on energy? What do you think is the way of the future?
I think energy is great. Energy is the way of the future.
What about the rising price of gasoline?
Gasoline? We don't need gasoline. Hook up a bike to a magnet and power your own house. And all those people who are out of shape, including myself, well, you'll get back in shape.
Okay, Andy, we're going to talk about, okay, all right. Let's talk about like alternative resources or greener resources for power instead of gasoline.
Well, you know what?
So it sounds to me like what you're talking about is almost like hydro, really, when you think about it, because it's mechanical.
Well, have you ever heard of something?
Power.
Have you heard of the nano generator?
I have, and they're building it worldwide right now, and then each country's building its own little pieces, and they're going to bring it together, but the thing is going to...
No, they're not.
They're not building it anymore?
No, they're not building it. I mean, maybe secretly they're building it, but they're not telling you they're building it.
Fusion power.
Yeah, you're thinking of fusion. Actually, fusion, yeah, that's kind of cool.
Okay, let's get off the topic of power.
Okay, no, we're talking about power.
Power
See,
up, Andy.
He changes the subject, just like those greedy, crooked politicians that you already know. I'm going to stick to the subject. I'm going to tell you what's right and what's not. All right, listen to this. Nano generators, probably almost no one knows about them. Developed by Asian scientist. I don't know his name. It's a little
does
film.
background have to do with it?
It's a little film. All right, thinner than the thickness of your hair. It's full of really flexible wires. If you stack 3 or 4 of them on top of each other, and you can easily stack them because they're so small, and squeeze them together like this, it's basically kinetic energy. The pressure of the squeezing creates a
Is
heat
it possible
tension.
to grow in the next 5 years to do this? Is this something you've seen in a sci-fi
No,
video
this
game?
is real. Like you can actually turn a flag into this material, and by the power of the wind and this thing flapping around, you can create enough energy to power a home.
Then why are we
I'm
doing
just,
it?
I'm
Andy?
assuming.
Why are we?
Because the oil tycoons are have planted themselves in politics.
But there's a lot of people have jobs within the oil field, and the oil industry pays for a lot of things. Andy.
How many green energy projects are out there? Very little, right?
Well, we're getting there. We're building them.
Right.
Would you think the first step is to go with wind power?
How many more jobs will this new industry of green power create as opposed to oil
Well, if
industry
a
losing?
flag does all the work, it doesn't seem like it's going to grow all that many jobs.
How many scientists do you need to develop the technology? How many people do you need to install it?
Okay, well, I'm pretty
how
sure
many
that they've already
companies
got
do you need
jobs trying to
to?
develop the technology. All right, let's move on. Okay, we spent too much time on this.
See, he always wants to move on.
What's your?
All right, move on. I'm doing it again.
You're doing the
I know, I'm doing it again.
It's all that you.
But it's so true.
Anyway,
it
my
applies to
take
so
on
many
politics,
things.
I'm a little bit center left. Andy seems to be whichever way the power up level in the video game would take him. As long as it's spiritual and it's okay by government, and he can police himself and tell himself when he's right and wrong and come up with his own rules. So he's a bit of an anarchist, a bit of a right-wing corporate junkie, but he doesn't want anything to do with the oil industry in there. So I don't understand, what the heck do you want, Andy? Like, do you have any wants and needs, desires?
On that space between the lines, the space that people forget. And that's the most important space there is.
So you're that crack.
I'm that crack.
You're the one that falls between the cracks.
I'm the one that, well, no. It's more like a grate, or like a filter.
Yeah?
What gets filtered out, boom. You don't want that anyway. It's toxic. Boom.
So we're going to filter it out because we don't want it.
No. You're filtering out everything else. I'm what goes through the crack. I'm what goes through the filter. I become pure. I'm the purity between the lines.
I like purity. Purity's good.
Purity is good.
Purity's a factory back in my home province that makes some good food. And I like that. So I can get along with that. And factories do what, Andy? Create jobs. Right? And everybody needs a job, Andy, right?
Not necessarily.
Not everybody needs a job.
Not everyone needs a job.
So who doesn't
Some people need a job.
Who doesn't need a job?
The people that don't need a job are people that realize that job is not for everyone.
So then they're just going to suck on the rest of society?
No. Society's going to realize, look, if you want to be a farmer, you don't do it for the money. You do it because you like being a farmer. Why? Most farmers are in debt. You're right. Yeah, they are. They borrow money for this loan, for that tractor, for that equipment. They're always in debt, but they still do their job. Why? Because they have the freedom of their land. They eat what they make, and they're free to do it. It's not about money for them. It's about also contributing to society. If we never had real jobs that paid you money, people would do what they wanted to do, but also contribute to society without the pressure of having to be paid money, because they would do it because they wanted to.
I could agree on that. Yeah, I can actually agree with that.
Good. I'm glad you agree with that.
Yeah, I agree
Well,
with
it kind of
you.
got a little serious, didn't it?
That's
I'm
good.
actually better at politics than I thought I was. Maybe I should do that instead.
Yeah.
Should I
Andy for mayor.
Should I do politics?
Yeah, Andy for mayor.
Andy for mayor.
Yeah.
Like John Andy for John Mayer. No. Why did I even say that?
I don't understand what goes on in your head, Andy. It's all over the map.
The map of the world.
Yeah.
Because I'm not just from one place. I'm from every place, and we're all from every place.
Yeah, Andy. You know what? Let's just get one last thing straight.
Okay.
All right. So if you were to be the president of Canada, what would you do first?
I first would say thank you.
It's the Prime Minister of Canada, Andy.
Oh, how about I would change it to president.
Why? Because you want to be more American?
No, actually, I would change it to prime president.
Prime
Why?
President.
Because I'm not saying one's better than the other. I'm saying you take what you already know and you combine them together.
Okay, what about the
You take
monarchy?
the-
Do you think
the best.
that the king and queen, and do you think that the royal family has a say in Canadian politics?
You know, if they're so rich, why not build a little spaceship and leave the planet? and do your own thing.
All right, we're talking about spaceships and other planets now, and I know you have some conspiracy theories about aliens and stuff, Andy, but this really isn't the place for it, man.
I'll tell you, Matt, look, it's not. Don't bring that up. Please don't bring that up. Don't.
Tell them about the aliens and what you think about the aliens and how they control everything.
No, that's not right. That's really a sensitive subject for me. Maybe next time.
Tell them about the probe, Andy.
No,
Tell them about
no.
the anal probe.
No.
Yeah, why don't you tell them about that?
Johnny, that was a secret. Okay, guys, I gotta say goodbye for now. Maybe we'll touch on that subject when I'm ready.